So I'm going to ask you a little bit about ongoing compliance and how does that work, this regulator, and how do I keep my business safe and secure and profitable?
I think it's really hard to do without technology. So we have invested in the right technology solutions around compliance. So our software provider, so that we as a franchisor can help you as a franchisee. So the franchisee can get into the tech and say, right, here's my score, and it says X or Y, and either that score is good or bad. And so if it's bad, what can I do to fix that? So I'm being able to pull the right reports, whether that's national minimum wage reports, whether that's compliance, all of that kind of stuff, and saying, with a click button exercise, can I dig in and see what's going on? Then as a franchisor to say, great, how do we help you manage the manager? So we then have a compliance person, Amanda, who's in our team, who really digs in and does lots and lots of work around this. So we'll regularly audit a branch. So she might look at a branch on a monthly basis, weekly basis sometimes, and then say, right, these guys are okay, so they can go into this bucket here. These guys need a bit more support, so we're going to work more directly with them and help prioritize that support there. And it might be that we're saying, right, we need to get you back into training, or get your manager into training, we need to do some one-to-one work with you, or we need to sort of show you examples and dig right back in. So we're super proactive with that. And then it's sort of saying, right, let's get you, we do regular compliance workshops. We have a newsletter that goes out monthly with policy updates and, the how-to around that. We do video content on our operations manual around this. And Amanda's actually currently building a whole kind of masterclass around that. We will work with your registered managers in cohorts as well to say, learning bits. So the registered managers are teaching the registered managers and saying, hey, I do it this way and I had this difficult conversation. So it's not just the compliance, it's the leadership piece. And with all of that, then we'll then work with the franchisee to say, because again, having been a former franchisee, I found managing the manager quite hard because I didn't know all of the compliance type stuff. And so I was like, well, if the manager's telling me it's this, then it's this. So And I realized that not having someone else kind of look at that as a third party eye was a problem for me. So we've built that into this, having lived it myself. And we're then saying, well, okay, hey, your manager's great, but this bit over here needs some work. And so then the franchisee can have that conversation and say, we need to do some work over here. And whether that means the manager just saying, oh, I didn't know that, or it's training that manager, but it allows excellence throughout. So we really get quite, roll our sleeves up, dig in, and do the work with the franchisee and say, hey, we're going to support you through this whole piece. My job as a franchisor is to coach a franchisee and say, we want to teach you how to run a business really safely and get right in. So we're dropping in support at different stages of that life cycle, so we want to be as relevant to a franchisee when they turn over £1 to when they turn over a few £1 million.